best practices for use on LinkedIn. LinkedIn generates social media's highest lead conversion rate. That means that LinkedIn as a social media platform converts more leads into sales than any other social media platform out there, including Facebook and Twitter. So if you're struggling to find new leads and make new sales, or you just want to increase your leads and sales, LinkedIn is a great place to do just that. And today we're going to be going over 5 key best practices that you can use to leverage LinkedIn for your business. So let's get started with the first best practice here, which may seem obvious on the surface, but is actually vitally important, which is to set goals for your company page. And I've put a basic sales funnel on the right side here to help you think about what it is that you want to achieve. And I've put out 5 bullet points that I think most of us are going to be able to agree are good goals for us to set out for ourselves. Obviously, you need to create your own goals if you feel the need to do so. So if one or more of these don't jive with you, feel free to remove them and replace them with anything else. Or if you want to add more to this, definitely feel free to do so. You know what's best for your business. But again, I think these 5, generating leads, raising awareness of your brand and business, attracting new followers, engaging with customers, and maybe recruiting salespeople to sell on your behalf, or maybe sub-resellers, are goals that you want to achieve for your company page on LinkedIn. So once you've set out your goals that you want to accomplish using your company page and using LinkedIn, you can then go on to the next step, which is to optimize your page. And this might seem really obvious on the surface as well, but if we dig a little bit deeper, you'll see that this might actually be more important than it appears. So the first thing you're going to want to do is use appropriate imagery. So just like Facebook and Twitter, LinkedIn gives you 2 places to display some imagery. They give you a profile image and a cover photo, which is a larger photo. It's kind of a banner that lives at the top of your page. So I always suggest for your business page that you want to use a company logo as your profile image so that people can identify with your brand when they visit it. And for your cover image, just display a professional cover photo that kind of tells your business's story, something that's obviously relevant to what it is that you're doing or selling. And from there, you're going to want to use rich descriptive language and optimize that language at the beginning of your description. And I'll explain to you what that means. So when you go to Google or other search engines, Google's search previews up to the first 150 characters of your LinkedIn company page text. So what that means is that when someone is Google searching for something having relevant to your business, they're searching those keywords, right? So if they need a social media management company, for instance, they're going to be searching for Google for that. And you want to make sure to plug in as many of the keywords that people might be searching for in the first 150 characters, which is what Google displays, as you can. Why, keeping in mind that you want it to also make sense when people read it. So be sure to use rich descriptive language with those optimized keywords towards the beginning of your company description. And from there, obviously use the company description to educate your visitors on who you are and what it is you do, and explain to them why your company and your product are valuable to them and why they're going to want to use you or your company for themselves. Finally, for optimizing your page, just like you would do on Facebook and Twitter, share relevant content regularly, but keep in mind that LinkedIn is far and away used more often than not for professional services and job-related services. So make sure to keep that in mind when you're sharing content on LinkedIn. But what's also interesting is that the more frequently that you share content that your followers engage with, the higher your page is going to appear in search results. So what that means is that the more that you post and the more that people like or comment with your posts, the more likely you are to appear at the top of search results when someone is searching on LinkedIn for something specific. So if they're searching for social media management, for instance, the more engagement that you have, and again, the more rich, descriptive, keyword optimized language that you have at the beginning of your company description, the more likely you are to appear closer to the top of searches that people do on LinkedIn. And one suggestion that I have that increases your chances of engagement is to use eye-catching imagery in some of your posts. Certainly you don't have to have an image with all your posts, but I've always found personally, and studies have shown, that when you use eye-catching imagery, it tends to stop users in their tracks. And so when you do that, obviously they're going to be more likely to engage with you. So once you've optimized your page and you're kind of engaging with people, or people are engaging with you, don't fear the insights or page analytics tool. It's a great tool to gain insights into your page performance, to see how engaging your posts are, to identify trends, and simply to understand more about your follower demographics and sources. So these two charts down here are similar to what you might see on the analytics page, and I'll actually show you what that looks like in real time here. But you'll see that when you use the analytics tab on LinkedIn, you'll get a list of your most recent updates with how many impressions they received, how many clicks, interactions, etc. So you can see what's engaging, what's not, and think about how you can change it to be more engaging and reach those people that you're trying to reach. As you scroll down further, you'll see a graph of your reach in by date, which you can scroll over and see day by day what your reach is. And what LinkedIn does that's really cool is that if you have any questions about what it is that you're looking at, they have little question mark buttons right beside it, so you can scroll over it and it tells you what it is that you're looking at. And as you scroll down further, you'll see things like how many followers you have, what the demographics are of your followers. So this graph here is sorted by seniority demographics. So this business has just under 40% of entry-level employees looking at the business, and then from there, manager, senior director, owner, etc. And you can always change how you want to view this graph. And all sorts of great insight here, how you compare with other businesses, and who your visitors are, etc., etc. So don't fear the analytics tab on your LinkedIn page. It's only going to help you to understand who the people are that are visiting your page and interacting with you, and give you new insight as to how you can change your practices and what you're doing on LinkedIn to get more attention. And with that in mind, leverage LinkedIn groups. A great way to find new blocks of lead is to search for, join, and engage with LinkedIn groups. And what is beautiful about the idea of using LinkedIn groups is that you're not targeting one person at a time when you join and engage with LinkedIn groups. You're targeting a whole block of potential business of people that might want to do business with you, of new leads. So when you're searching for groups, search for groups with these 3 key features that I've laid out here for you. Number 1, make sure that they're highly relevant. So make sure that the group matches what you're seeking in a target audience. Number 2, that the group is active, because LinkedIn ranks groups according to their activity level. So just pay attention to how active they are in your search results and select those groups that are very active. And number 3, join the groups that make sense for you. There's different size groups, so I wouldn't recommend joining those that are too big. You don't want to get lost in huge groups where no one's going to notice you, and no one's going to really care about what you're saying. And conversely, don't join a group that has so few people that it's not really going to matter. LinkedIn only allows you at this point to be a member of 50 groups right now, so choose your groups wisely. And when you do join groups, seek to join conversations that are already ongoing, engage with users, and answer questions that some users are posing. So quickly, when you go to your search bar here, you can search for, and I've done this search already, but if I just start searching, for instance, social media, there's a couple of companies here, and then here's a couple of groups: social media marketing, social media today, and you can just click on that and view this group, and you can become a member. And now you'll see in real time all of these different people who post questions, who post articles and tips, tricks, all that sort of stuff. So you want to jump in and start engaging with these people, because these people may be the kinds of people that you're looking for. So join groups that you think are going to have the leads that you wish to get. And from there, you can obviously educate them, turn them into prospects, and hopefully turn them into customers. Next, you're going to want to promote your company page. And this, again, might seem really obvious on the surface, but for some reason, there's so many people that just don't do it. You want to build your community of followers and drive traffic to your company page, right? And that's how you get more engagement, so that you appear closer to the top of those search results and so forth that we talked about earlier. So make sure to link your company page. It's essential to help boost your ranking in search. The more links that go into to your LinkedIn page, the more likely that you are to appear at the top of those search results. So again, that's kind of like the optimization that we were talking about earlier. Google sorts things by keywords and how relevant the content is, and also how many links are going into that site. So if you build more links to go into your LinkedIn page, your LinkedIn page is going to be more likely to appear towards the top of Google and other search engine search results. So link your company page from other websites, link your company page from your website, from your and your employees' personal LinkedIn pages, from other social media networks like Facebook and Twitter, from those pages that you've developed for yourselves. And you can even put your company page link in your email signature. If you're sending out emails, just say, hey, check us out on LinkedIn, that sort of thing. As I mentioned at the beginning, LinkedIn generates social media's highest lead conversion rate. LinkedIn performs 277% higher than Twitter and Facebook. So that is why I'm putting this here, because I want to stress the importance of promoting your company page and establishing those links to your company page, because you want to make sure that you're doing the business that you wish to be doing on the site that is going to work the best for you. So to recap, you're going to want to set your goals, lay out what you hope to achieve, optimize your page so that you can make sure that you and your page gets found. Use the insights that LinkedIn provides for you on the website so that you find out what works, what doesn't work, and who your leads and prospects are. Leverage groups to find the right find the right groups, engage with its users, and be the go-to for those people. That's where you can find blocks of leads. And finally, promote your page to drive more traffic to your page and only build your following more and more. So I hope that this was all helpful for you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. My email is laid out here. Thank you.